Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be doing a quick video on my settings that I use when I play BattleBit. No one asked me for this, but before the questions come as to what are my keybinds, what's my FOV, stuff like that, I'm going to go ahead and just make this video. I'm going to jump straight into it, and I want to get the most important thing out of the way, which are the keybinds. So a lot of this is pretty much default except for a couple things. Let me scroll up. So I changed my prone to Q. This is just more comfortable for me to hit because while I'm moving, if I have to go prone, I don't want to hit I believe it was X before to go into prone, or C to go to prone. It's just more comfortable for me to hit Q since it's right next to my my movement. My crouch is also left control. The biggest change and difference here, I'm not sure if a lot of people are doing this is just me. This is the first time I've done this as well. My lean left and lean right is C and V. So I lean left with C and I lean right with V. That also frees up Q and E, which is why I'm able to prone with Q. This is comfortable for me. It allows my thumb to hit my leans, and that's just very comfortable. So I'm able to keep full movement going, WASD, and I'm able to peek any corner or peek during a fight. That way I can maybe throw off the aim that's probably on my head from the enemy. And obviously I can hit spacebar with my thumb, B for my bullet mode, and obviously M for my map. So if we move down, we have drag players at F. This is important. This is the default keybind. This is important because it's gonna show something in the loadout tab. Once we get there, I'll show you that. My weapon, fire mode's at B. Everything else is pretty much standard except for combined mags. I have that on X. This is comfortable for me. It might not be comfortable for you. This is all subjective. You can literally change this however you want. These are just some of my settings, and maybe it might help you. Now, if we go to loadout, remember what I said, dragging players with F is important because my second keybind here is also F. So I'm able to bandage, which is revive, and drag a player at the same time. This is very beneficial for new players and veteran players. If you don't know, it makes it a whole lot better for you not to get shot in the face while trying to revive a downed player. So keep this in mind. This is really good. If this keybind just doesn't work for you, you can always change it to something else. I would just highly recommend whatever you change your first aid to, that you change your drag to as well. My throwable is mouse 3. It's just a side mouse button. That's just comfortable for me again. And my interact is also E. This is comfortable for me because this is something that it's just native. E has always been like an interact button for me, E or F, and E is now available since I changed my leans. So that's what I had there, and that's what, since it's freed up. I don't use any of the chats, but I do use local VoIP, so that's mouse 4. My squad is mouse 3, which is my grenade button, so this doesn't really matter, and everything else is default. So keybinds out of the way, we'll go straight into gameplay. So into gameplay, what I have is default hit markers. That's going to be yellow. My headshots are going to be red, armor's blue, and once I kill them, it's green. So once I see the green or hear the sound, I automatically know that they're gone, and I can move on to the next enemy. Friendlies are light blue. Everything else is default. Going down here, I do have my show FPS turned on. You don't have to have this on. You can turn this off. It's completely up to you. And my crosshair is purple, so you can change this as you will. Again, everything's subjective. It's completely up to you. Everything default. If we go to my controls, my vertical and horizontal sensitivity is at 65. I play on a 1600 DPI, so this is what I feel is comfortable for me because it's helped matching my Destiny 2 settings and matching settings to my other games that I do play, such as Marauders and stuff like that. So that's why I use 65. My ADS, vertical and horizontal, my vertical is a 90, my horizontal is 88. This is just a perfect balance for me. Normally you want to keep these the same, but for me, having it the same, I was over aiming a little bit, so once I lowered this down by 2, it actually helped me out a lot. So again, put on your settings, do whatever you want to do, jump into the firing range, test it out a little bit, make sure it's up to your standards, and you should be good to go. Right here, my sensitivities, these are all at 100. I've only used one time scopes, so I don't know what any of the other scopes are going to feel like, but yeah, so that's that. Now if we're going to go into audio, masters at 100, you can opt in to voice and death mic. If you want, you don't have to have this on. I keep these on because it just adds that little bit of extra immersion and fun. Master's at 100, and so is everything else. Your microphone, please make sure your microphone device is your default mic device. My audio channel is on surround, but it's also because there was a bit of a lag issue with my microphone. I don't know if this is with everyone or if it's just me, but what my microphone is, it has a bit of a lag input, so it's taking about 2 to 3 seconds for whatever sentence I say to fully come through in game. So I changed it to surround and it fixed it for about a match or two, but after that it went back to being super laggy. If anyone knows how to fix that, please let me know. It could just be voice meter, to be honest, but who really knows? And then the last thing is going to be video. I play on my native resolution, 2560 by 1440, exclusive full screen scale is at 100. I have turned off VSync and I set my max FPS to 300. This game's not very, demanding, so 300 is fine. That means you're not overwhelming your graphics card by saying, yes, you want more frames. So I guess it's just no point. Brightness is at 110. It's not too bright, not too dark. Field of view is at 100. I find this to be very comfortable for me. Normally I play about 95 to 105 anyway. Because of the fact that everything is so small already, if you make this any higher, everyone's going to be a lot smaller and probably a lot harder to hit for some players. But if you're just that cracked, by all means, go to 120, go to 110, do whatever you please. Again, everything's subjective. It's up to the player. Vehicle FOV is at 120. Keep that max because I'm in a vehicle. Doesn't really matter. And then screen shake, I have that off because screen shake is horrible. Shadows enabled. Got rid of that. You don't want any shadows, especially if you're playing competitively. This is a very casual game, but if you just like to take things seriously, or you just don't need shadows, turn that off. I do play every game I play competitively, even if it is, I don't care if it's Barbie Princess on Ice. I will play that competitively, so I will turn shadows off. Anti-aliasing, I don't have this on. This was all default. Destruction, ultra, rain, medium, shaders, ultra. This is all default. I'm pretty sure I could turn this off since I have my shadows off, but all this is just default. The only thing here that is checked off is motion blur because I don't like that either. Wow. And yeah, so those are my settings. Let me know if you guys are using any of these settings. Hopefully they work out for you. If they do, just let me know in the comments below. If you have any more questions, feel free to also leave those down in the comments below. And I hope this helps you guys out there. I feel like the biggest thing right now that you could probably get from this video is C and V for leaning. I think that's just game changing. Let me know if you guys have used it and if you guys feel comfortable with it. And if you guys do, again, feel free to leave a like. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. If not, don't even stress it. I can't make you do anything. As always, guys, my name's been Faith. I'll catch you on the next video. Adios, guys.